Hello from Seoul. Are you looking for some nice and delicious meals but you don't want to spend lots of money for that? Then you came to the right place. After watching this video, you can have the perfect meal for less than $3. Are you guys ready? Let's get started. Today, we are making gyudon, one of the most famous Japanese dishes. You may not know the name of it, but I'm pretty sure you have tried it somewhere before, because usually, it's the first dish on the menu at Japanese restaurants. And the cool thing about this dish is it's incredibly easy to make and budget-friendly. There's no reason not to try this, right? You will need beef, onion, a bowl of rice, green onion, and egg. So simple, right? Surprisingly, this green onion and egg are not necessary, but if you need some photos for your Instagram, I don't skip them. You will see what I'm talking about in a few minutes. If you want to feel more authentic vibes, then please get some Japanese pickled ginger. It's gonna add more color to your dish and boost all the flavors in there. But if you really hate the taste of ginger, then you can skip it. No problem at all. Or you can just use it for presentation and take some photos and then take it out. Otherwise, you will regret it. Trust me, it's that pretty. First, let's prep some vegetables. Slice one onion into strips. About the size of your fingernails would be perfect. Next, green onion. Since we're gonna use this for garnish, you don't have to chop too much like I did. I know you might say, Aaron, you have an obsession problem with it. Yeah, I know, but it's a personal thing, so let's move on. But remember, greens always make your dish look fancy. Now, let's talk about the beef. For this dish, we need thinly sliced beef. But some of you might say, Aaron, I can't find that near my place. What should I do? Then just go get a chunk of meat and put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes. And then just slice it as thinly as possible. Trust me, it's not that difficult, so try it. But if you still don't want to do that, then go get some bulgogi cut from a Korean grocery. To be honest, that's the best. Cut 200 grams of beef into bite-sized pieces. For this kind of rice bowl, the most important thing is the harmony between the beef and the rice. So please cut it into not too big and not too thick. Some of you might wonder which part of beef is the best for gyudon. For me, I prefer some parts with a little bit of fat in it because it's more nice and tender. But it doesn't really matter. Just use what you have in your fridge. If it's too lean, you just need to cook it a little longer to get it nice and tender. Don't worry about it. This time, let's make onsen egg, which is Japanese style soft cooked egg. Put 1 liter of water in a pot and bring it to a boil. Once it's piping hot, turn off the heat and add 200 milliliters of tap water and give it a stir. Gently place 4 large eggs, which are kept in the fridge. Cover it with a lid and let them sit for about 20 minutes. Although I said 20 minutes, it can be slightly different depending on the room temperature. So if you're watching this in summer, cook it a little shorter. And if it's winter, cook it a little longer. Then you will get the perfect soft cooked eggs. Alright, time's up. Let's take them out and let them cool for about 5 minutes. After that, just let them sit in cold water. That's it. For information, this is pretty much the same as a poached egg. So besides this gyudon, you can use this for any kind of dish. So try this with various recipes. You're gonna love it so much. Now let's move on to the sauce, which is the most important thing for gyudon. If you have this sauce, you can basically make almost every kind of Japanese rice bowl. Awesome, right? Put 200 milliliters of water into a wok or pot. Some of you might wanna ask, Aaron, why do you add water here? Isn't it supposed to be dashi? Japanese soup stock? Yes, you're right. But to make dashi, you need these bonito flakes and dried kelp. And you have to spend more than 30 minutes. And more importantly, bonito flakes are quite expensive. So if you don't make lots of soup stock like a restaurant, it's inefficient. So to make it simpler, let me use a secret weapon, which is called Hondashi. You might have seen this in Asian food section at your local grocery. No? Never seen it? Really? Nah, it's not possible. Jog your memory. I'm pretty sure you have. Anyways, it's like a magic seasoning, tastes like bonito flakes, and people use this for Japanese soup stock. But if you still don't want to buy this, you can skip it. As long as you have good quality beef, it should be fine. But if you want to get that restaurant taste at home, please give it a try. You will see yourself writing a comment like, "Thank you, you're welcome." Let's add a half teaspoon of Hondashi, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of mirin, a half tablespoons of sugar, and give it a good mix. We're gonna add onions later, so I think this amount of sugar would be enough. Now let's get to cooking. Place it on your stove over medium heat and bring it to a boil. Once it starts to boil, add the onions and give some time to be cooked. The onion for gyudon should be tender at the end, so let's wait until they get translucent. Once it gets to this point, take a spoon and give it a quick taste. Depending on the size or type of onion, it can release different amounts of sweetness. So if you want it to be sweeter, you can add more sugar, but to me, it's perfect. So I'm gonna skip that. Now let's add in the beef and let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. For information, if you're using premium beef such as Wagyu, 2 or 3 minutes would be enough. But if it's not, you need to cook it long enough to get it nice and tender. Once it starts to boil, you will see some scummy stuff on top. Then take a spoon or ladle and skim that off. And this will make your gyudon neat and more delicious. Alright, it's ready to go. Put some hot rice into a bowl and cover it with the beef. And then add some sauce. If you pour it all at once, it's gonna be too salty. So please add a little, depending on your taste. I told you already, so if it's too salty, I'm not responsible. Now pour the egg in the middle and add some pickled ginger. Lastly, sprinkle some green onions on top. How does it look? This looks exactly the same as the one in Japanese restaurants, right? What? This is better? Thank you. Alright, let's go to our taste tester.
Claire. It looks amazing. 이 노른자랑 이 빨간 거 이거 시선 강탈이다 완전. 대박. Oh my god, look at the egg. Oh, it's gonna be the perfect sauce. I can't resist it. 맛있겠다. 갑니다. 좀 더 고기를 올려서 양파랑. Ready? 말이 안 나오네. 일단 고기가 되게 부드러워. 고기가 그리고 소스를 잘 흡수해가지고 씹을 때마다 그 짭조름함이 샥 퍼져나오면서 밥이랑 너무 잘 어울린다. 짜지 않고 딱 맞아. 오, 맛있네 맛있네. 그리고 이 빨간 거 베니쇼가를 왜 넣는지 알겠다. 그 조그만 그 하나가 입안에서 향이 샥 퍼지면서 풍미를 확 일으키네. 맛있네. 데코만 하는 줄 알았는데 아니야. 맛있어. 대박. 나 원래 생강 안 좋아하는 줄 알았는데 생강 왜 이렇게 맛있니? Can you guys see this onsen egg? This is so soft. It just melts in your mouth. 너무 맛있다. 너무 맛있는데? 이거 진짜 그 레스토랑 퀄리티네. 가정식이 아니네. And lastly, let me give you a little tip. If you have some Japanese Kewpie mayo or any kind of Korean mayonnaise, please add some here. It's gonna bring it to the next level. Trust me, it gets more creamy and rich. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. 달라. 확실히 달라. Trust me, if you don't like it, it's because you haven't tried it. So please give it a try. You will like it.
Today, I showed you a super simple but authentic gyudon. It is so easy, delicious, and insanely budget-friendly. From now, you don't have to pay more than 10 bucks for that. Grab your apron and run into your kitchen. Something magical will happen to you. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.